Hey guys, welcome back. Guys, this is my first class we're going to have on Mondays, every Monday for the next 12 weeks. We're going to be talking about how to start a powerful, purposeful, profitable podcast. And a lot of people ask me, what is a podcast? Why should I even have a podcast, or why should I even be a guest on? So a lot of you guys that have been in the podcast game a while, I just wanted to go through this stuff. It's beginner stuff. I know it's beginner stuff, but I just wanted, to give a little background for what, podcasting actually is. Podcasting, it started like in the early 2000s when the iPad, if you guys even know what an iPad pod is, when they decided to start broadcasting from the iPod, and that's how you got podcasting. And it started out, people just like Gary Vee started vlogging, video blogging. And then a lot of people were like, hey, you know what? I want to listen to this as I work out, as I drive. So they started doing podcasts. And what I love about podcasts is, if you guys don't know, podcasting is the new radio. So I know when I get in my car and I drive anywhere, I don't even listen to the radio. I haven't listened to the radio in, 6-7 years. Every time I plug in, I have a podcast going, whether it's Gary Vaynerchuk, Ed Milet, Patrick Bet-David, I have a podcast going on. So it's not a big niche, but it's starting to get bigger. And if you notice, everybody from ESPN, from athletes to authors to musicians, they all have podcasts. So a lot of people ask me, Rich, well, why should I start a podcast? Because there's a difference between having a podcast and a great podcast. And we're going to teach you on this show, and when the new book drops April 1st, we're going to teach you how to have a top tier podcast. So you're no longer stuck in the middle or on the bottom. We're going to teach you how to go high. So this is just an introduction to podcasting. This is going to be an introduction to what we're going to be doing for the next 12 weeks. And I want to thank every one of you for joining me in this journey, because it's going to be fun to watch you guys succeed. And that's my biggest joy in life, is watch you guys succeed. So we're still going to be talking about podcasting. Podcasting, there's many different things you can be a solo podcaster, which I'm not good at whatsoever. I'm great at interviewing people. I love interviewing people. So you can be a solo podcaster. You can interview people like I do. You can also have maybe 2 or 3 different people talking about different subjects. So you want to find out what subjects you really enjoy talking about. Start a show about it, because I'm sure that there's other people that whatever you like, they like too, and they like talking about it. So, there's a couple different kind of podcasts you can have. Some people do audio only. Some people do video only. I do both. So when I do a podcast on StreamYard, I put it out. It goes live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And then I rip the audio out, and I put it onto iTunes and Spotify. This way, when people, if you're at the gym and you can't be watching, you still could be listening to our videos. Or what I also do is, I not only put it out in video form, I put it out in audio form, and then I transcribe it, and I put it out in written form on a blog, because everybody consumes podcasts differently. So like I said, some people are audio, some people are video, some people like to read. And the funny thing is, 60% of people that are watching videos on YouTube have the sound off. So you might want to, when you do a YouTube channel, you might want to have the captions scrolling across the bottom. because some people might be at work and they want to catch your podcast, but they don't want to get caught. People hearing your podcast. So make sure you're putting captions on that. We're going to teach you how to do that. And you know, if you're a creator, you can do so many things. You can tell so many stories, and you can have so many different people come on your show. I mean, we've had people like David Meltzer, the authors of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Lee Steinberg, Steve Kanan from Cobra Kai, the drummer for Def Leppard. So, guys, you can have a lot of different people on your show. And just because you have a platform, a lot of people are going to want to come on your show. So that's one amazing thing is once you have a platform and it's a podcast and it's established, you have your own media platform. And if you don't know about something, I've actually had it where I didn't know, say something about crypto. I went to the biggest crypto person in the world. I said, hey, I would love to have you come on my show to teach my audience about crypto. Know what? He came on the show. Now, if you go and sit in front of him for a couple hours, that's 10 grand. He came on our show and taught us the ins and outs of crypto for $0. And now not only that, but you also have a friend that you can get in touch with if you have questions about crypto. So it actually works out really well. Now, podcasting can be very challenging. A lot of people think it takes a lot of money. It does not take a lot of money. I'm going to preface that right now. It does not take a lot of money. You can do it if you had to, just on a phone. I did my first 6 years of podcasting just on a phone. I didn't have a laptop. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have anything but my phone. And we still were a top 0.5% podcast. So you don't need to spend a lot of money. I mean, if you want to have a laptop, and we're teaching about, you know, what's a good camera to get, what audio do you need, how do you set up your studio? We'll talk about all that. But guys, don't get wrapped around the axle. And I talk about that in the book. Don't get all excited and get all depressed. It's called, paralysis by analysis. A lot of people say it's going to cost too much, take a lot of time. It's not that difficult, guys. If I, as a 9th grade dropout, can create a podcast that has over 2 million downloads and is in the top 0.5% and being booked on TV, radio, magazines, newspapers, and also on many stages, you can do the same thing. But like I said, it has challenges. A lot of people, want to know, how do I get into it? Why do I get into it? Why should I do it? And that's what the book's going to be talking about. It's going to be very easy. I'm going to teach you, because the new book, and especially the audio book, is click. If you want to find out, if you want to join a certain platform, all you have to do is click. If you want to join in affiliate marketing, all you have to do is click. If you want to find out how to do something, all you have to do is click. So I did all the work. I've spent over $60,000 and over 10,000 hours of learning to do this. I put it all in an ebook, and then also in a hardcover book, and also in personal training with me for 8 months to teach you how to do all this stuff. Now, some of the challenge, we also talk about how to monetize, because a lot of that's one of the top questions I get is, well, how do I monetize? How do I make money from doing this? We're going to show you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to monetize your podcast. I'm going to teach you how to get sponsors. I'm going to teach you how to get on stages. I'm going to teach you how to have the top people in the world on your show. And you know what? It's not going to cost you a whole lot of money. So that's going to be the great thing. Now, also, we're also going to talk about what's the future of podcasting. Podcasting is not going anywhere. Now, if you, like I said, the average podcast lasts 12 episodes. If you go past episode 12, say to episode 13, you're in the top 10% of all podcasts in the world. And we'll get you to that point. And then we're going to get you to the point where like now I don't even look for guests anymore. People send them to me, and I turn down a lot of guests on my show if they don't have what I'm looking for or try to help my audience. So we're going to be able to teach you, because in the beginning, when you're first starting, you're like, oh man, how do I get a guest? Where do I find guests? Well, eventually I'm going to teach you to where you're not only going to find guests, you're going to be turning down guests because you're like, yeah, no, it either doesn't jive with my audience or it doesn't jive with me. So we're going to be teaching you that also. And there's a lot of trends coming on. When I first came on, it was just audio. Now it's video. Now it's both. And then now they have it where you can go horizontally, you can go vertically, and then we also teach you how to add captions, how to add graphics to make it look cool, like Alex Hormozy and Layla Hormozy does. So we're going to be teaching you all that. Like I said, guys, this is just an introduction of what we're going to be doing for the next 12 weeks. So I just want to let you know, that's pretty much the introduction. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here to my table of contents, and we're going to tell you exactly what's going to be going on for the next 12 weeks. So next week, it's going to be starting your podcast, how to find your niche and target audience, developing content ideas, setting up your studio, essential equipment, and software. So that's just all going to be next week. Then we're going to be talking about week 3 is going to be recording and editing, because you can record and edit, but where do you record? How do you edit? We're going to be teaching you all that. Then we're going to be talking about branding, because branding is so important, because when you have a brand, you're also able to put out swag, t-shirts, hats, books, coffee. And then once you have a brand, people want to become associated with your brand. And then you're going to be having another stream of income that comes in either every week, every month. So you got money coming in, and people walk around wearing your brand. Instead of wearing Jordans, guess what? They're going to be wearing your brand. Instead of wearing Nike, they're going to be wearing your brand. And we're going to be teaching you that. Then we're going to be talking about publishing your podcast. Where do I put it out? How do I put it out? How many places is it going to go? Like when I put a podcast out, it goes out on 35 different platforms. So when I put an episode out, it goes everywhere. And we're going to be teaching you how to do that. Monetization. We're going to teach you about sponsorships, how to get sponsors, how to get advertisers, how to get members on your show, how to get people to subscribe to your show, get memberships, subscriptions, merchandising, and affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is something that's really cool, because then you find a brand that you can really, really identify with. You say, listen, I want you to sponsor the show, have you guys come on the show, or say, listen, I use your product. I'm going to put it on my show. Send me an affiliate link. So when anybody buys it, I get a commission. And just think, if you're getting thousands, 100,000 listens a month, even if it's 1% buying these products, you're making a nice commission check. And I have a friend, one of my mentors, he's making over 50,000 a month just in affiliate marketing. And we're going to be teaching you how to do that. And we're going to be talking about marketing and promotion, how to market your show, how to promote it. We're going to be talking about search engine optimization, how to get your show to be found on Google, Bing, any of the search engines. Because once they start finding you on search engines, you're going to have a never-ending supply of people listening to your show, buying your products. So that's so important. And then we're also going to talk about engaging your audience. Because if you don't have audience engaging with you, it's not even going to be worth it because they're not going to share your stuff out. They're not going to ask questions. So that's the most important thing that I've learned is to engage your audience and build an engaging audience. Because the people that if they find you, they start following you, and they watch everything you do, and it really touches them inside, they're going to share it out. So we're going to be teaching you that. And then we're going to teach you how to scale. We're going to teach you how to who to know in the industry, which networking, like Podfest and stuff like that. We're going to teach you how to go to different places, how to meet up with people, and also how to, if you're on one podcast, if you have a podcast and you know somebody has a huge podcast, invite them to come on your show. And then when they're on, say, listen, I would love to be on your show. And you podcast swap. That's the best way and quickest way to build your audience is to be a guest on other people's show. My goal this year is to be on 300 podcasts and also to host 300 podcasts. So guys, if you want to grow your show, you have to be on other people's show. We're going to teach you exactly how to do that, what to say, and how to do it. And then at the end, we're also going to teach you everything we've learned. And then I'm also going to give you bonus material. I'm also going to give you checklists, templates, different interviews you can check out, and different places you can go to find different things. So I'm actually, in my book, especially the audio book, you're actually just going to be able to go chapter by chapter and click to these places. It'll go directly to their websites. So what I did is I took $60,000, 10,000 hours, and I broke it down Barney style, and I put it in a book and a course. The difference in the book and the course is you get the book, it's do it yourself. You get that, and that's for the ebook. If you get the big book, the hand copy, and you send me a message that you bought it and send a receipt, I'm actually going to let you join my Facebook group to where you can talk to other professional podcasters, start talking with other podcasters, and start getting into the podcast world. And then if you buy the course, which is an 8-week course, you get everything that I just mentioned, but you also get to work with me 8 weeks personally. I will help you set up. I will help you go from thought to profit within 8 weeks. And then when your show is ready to go, I'm actually going to pay for Facebook ads for your show. So when it goes live, you're getting listeners right off the bat. So guys, I just want to say thank you for stopping by for this first week. I just want, so just to let you know what's going on for the next 8 to 12 weeks. And I just want to say thank you. And if you have any questions, please drop them below. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe now, because next week's episodes, this one is going to be how to start. This is going to be the bread and butter, is how to start your podcast. And it's going to come out next Monday. I love you guys. Have a great week. Take care of yourself. And remember, vertical momentum, the only way to go is up.